This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Thursday, March 7th, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so another Thursday. Thursdays typically we don't really see too much in the pre-market, and then we get a lot of consolidated trading once the morning starts. Pretty much for every single Thursday except for last Thursday, of course. It was an absolutely phenomenal day that I ended up having to miss. But we have some good stuff going on out there. There's not a lot of stuff, but we certainly have some good stuff to look at. So first I'm going to be looking at SEAL. And there's really not even much that I have to say about most of these things. Very simple. So we have some really good buying that's coming into this 250 level, but the first time up towards that 250, we had buying underneath as well and no actual print at that 250. So it's coming back towards that 250 level, but we need a show of hand. It's that simple. In order for this thing to continue to go, we're getting good buying, so there's no problem there at all. It's just that we need those controlling prints at 250 to show us that it's going to be able to continue. From those prints at 250, we can see the order out there really isn't anything special, but coming up to that 250 level, we need to print on the ask, then we're going to be expecting it to pull back a little bit before we'll be able to make its move back up. It has beautiful volume, beautiful movement. It has new selling, but we really, really, really need those controlling prints at the 250 level. Next thing is KR. Here's another very, very simple one. Beautiful move towards the downside, okay, but just nothing that you could really do yet. It is very mixed coming towards this 25 level. We know 25 is going to be a very big psychological level. It has new selling coming in on this downtrend without a shadow of a doubt, but once again, we're just so close and so short from getting those prints to come in at the 25 level itself and getting that show of hand to come in there. So that the controlling prints at 25 are going to tell us pretty much what it's going to be doing for the rest of the day. But again, even though we don't have those prints yet, it is showing us a lot of brand new selling coming into the stock as we've been watching it coming down to that. But in order for it to break that 25 level, we're going to need to see some type of controlling prints there to tell us that it's going to, a continued move. So basically what we're going to be looking for is selling at that 25, push up on profit taking, and then eventually getting that trigger back down to break underneath that 25. That's all great, but we need the prints to come in order for us to do it. So beautiful setup, just needs the prints. And then BPTH is another one where not bad. One thing that we do want to look at real quick, you can see these prints that just came below the bid. Okay, the stock's trading at 1650-ish, and we just saw prints coming in at 13, basically 1375, 1340. You can see these below the bid. Basically what that tells us is that somebody reported those prints and is already making a lot of money on the stock at the moment. I mean, you're talking about the stock being basically $3 up from that. So we have a little bit of new buying that came in at that 1650 level. We had some bid prints at 16 that kind of pushed it back up there. We know over 1650 we have some decent new buying as well. Volume is getting a lot lower, but it's holding on that lower volume. And like I said, we have the buying there. It's just I would like to see a lot more, but the orders are very thin and it's still pretty early in the morning. But overall, definitely have some buying at that 1650 and above, just not as much as I'd like to see. I definitely want to see more because overall we see a bunch of selling, but keep in mind, we know there's going to be profit taking. And there's just no question in the world. When you have a stock that goes from 1250 up to almost 17, the selling's going to happen. It's just a matter of that new buying, just like always. So we have the prints at 1650. We're expecting it to pull down a little bit, which it already is, before we would see any type of move back towards that upside. And that is pretty much it. I don't really see anything else out there that I'm really too interested in. Let's take a look at our scanners. Let's see if anything new is out there. So we have GTXI 1.4 mil, but it kind of made its move on lower volume, well, not even lower volume, very sporadic volume, and it just wasn't able to really continue. Now it is holding above, this support level right here. I am going to put it on our side list, but it's not really something that I'm going to be focusing on first thing coming into the morning, unless we start to see this thing just start, really starting to run, because at that 2 level, we don't really have anything that's that great. All right, because we definitely got new buying that came in underneath it, but if you see the actual 2 level itself was really, really mixed. I mean, we have some buying that came in, we have some selling that came in. It wasn't anything that was really that great. Besides the fact that, like I said, we do have the buying underneath that 2, but the actual 2 level itself isn't special. I will look at HRB in a second. BURL. Okay, well, we'll go through those as soon as we finish this. Okay, SEAL we already know about. BPTH we already know about. ALT. Another one where it's not any. See, the thing is it jumped up on really, really low volume, and then it just didn't get anything afterwards, which is not a very good sign at all. Coming back over to the print side at that 4 level, we got new prints that were coming into there, just not as much as I would have liked to see. But over that 4, we certainly have some interest, especially if you look over here at those above the ask prints that came back in, basically 429 to, I don't know, give or take. See what's the highest, 443, 446 actually in that area. So we definitely have that, we definitely have the buying above. This is going to be a regular stock just because of the amount of volume that we see coming to trade in it. And then also on average, it trades 213,000 shares. So it's certainly showing us that there's a lot more interest coming into here today. Next one looking at is RBZ, which just 223,000 shares, but no real trading that's going on in it. And that's pretty much it. I don't see anything there. Anything else that I'm interested on the gainer side of things. And then moving over to the losers, we have REZI, which is just not doing any type of real trading. CTK, absolutely no volume, nothing going on there. We know about KR, obviously. IGT, 224,000 shares, but another one where it's just not really giving us any type of real trading. And then coming over to HZNP. HZNP is not bad. It just doesn't really move a lot. It trades very, very consolidated. So overall, it's got some pretty decent volume. We're coming down towards that 24 level. We didn't really have much selling coming in, yesterday. Before the market closed, we had 25.50, but you can see coming in right now, during this morning time, even in the selling part, we didn't really get any great prints that came into there since this morning. Most of it has been buying, to be completely honest. So it's down a little bit, but most of those bigger prints are on the buy side. We are going to put it on our list, but it's on the bottom of my list. It's the last one. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that we have put out there. So Burl on the side list, BURL. Let's see. It's got the print. It's got prints. It's very mixed prints at that 156 level, but it's certainly got that new selling coming in. Yeah, absolutely. I can't argue with that one. BURL. It's not my favorite one, but that's why you said side list. And then overall, HRB earnings today. Oops, wrong spot. Any prints in HB earnings today and trading pre-market. Let's see. 26,000 shares. It's trading absolutely nothing. No, there's nothing going on there whatsoever. Moved 64 cents. It's really not a great stock day trading stock. That is, so not really much there I can see at all. All right, guys. Anything else out there that I missed? Anything else good? Like I said, there's not really a bit. Our list isn't a great list, but we have some really nice setups. We have some stuff that's coming to some really nice points that should give us a really good story. It's just a matter of getting to those points. All right, guys, I think that is it. So let's get ready for the morning. Like I said, BPTH, KR, and SEEL. We all have, we know exactly what we need to see, and it's just a matter of actually getting to see it. And then the rest of our list is kind of, exactly what we talked about. All right, guys. My favorite setup would have to be SEEL if it would have had prints at 250. So BPTH having the prints at 1650 and knowing how much this thing can run and how cheap it is definitely. It's pretty much out of KR. Did KR have some prints as I've been talking? Let's see. 25. Yeah, not as much as you would have thought though. So it's definitely got a selling. So KR doesn't really trade as well as BPTH. So BPTH having the ask prints at 1650 has got to be my favorite. By far, just because it's got the most opportunity for movement out of the other two, and we know this thing can run. We know people go. When people come into this and start buying, it certainly can move. All right, guys. So I will talk to everyone in the chat, and happy trading.